Lesson, brainwaves BW. Brainwaves, aka BWs, are energy. Yes, measured from EEG, and it's measuring electrical activity. So during thinking and responding, brainwave BW activity is recorded as hertz. Hertz is a unit measurement describing at 1 second rested energy starts motion before resting motion. So the pop quiz, what is hertz? Yes, hertz is a unit measurement describing starting resting motion of energy. What are BWs? Yes, BWs are brainwaves. Are brainwaves energy? Yes, BWs are energy. So there are 3 states for brainwaves: past, present, future. Simple, PPF. There are 3 areas for brainwaves, BWs: thalamus, afuera, peripheral, or TAP. The thalamus is your thoughts, only within thinking. Afuera is outside. So when you respond to your thoughts or you respond aloud to a stimulus, that's afuera, outside. And the peripheral originates from no BWs. No one owns the peripheral. Coincidentally, the thalamus and afuera can respond to peripheral stimulation. So, pop quiz. What are the 3 areas of BWs? TAP, thalamus, afuera, peripheral. Good job. What are the 3 states for BWs? PPF, past, present, and future. Good. So, we know that above 0 RAS, all 3 BW states contain all 3 BW areas. So, what is 0 RAS? 0 RAS is an apparatus from the force of dying. The force of dying is an ionic order from DH. DH stands for dividative heliocentricity. It is an ionic order from our solar system that guarantees life collides with death. Plants, animals, anything with brainwaves, and just anything with life. The application of 0 RAS is specific to us brainwaves because 0 RAS measures neurological function, reticular activating system. We're going to go more into DH and TIH, which is true integer heliocentricity, in further lessons. Just note that for now, DH is from our solar system, and it's an ionic order that pushes the force of dying, like throughout one's life. Like 80-year expectancy is a force of dying every day. Okay? And it uses 0 RAS. So 0 RAS unifies it, because if you died within 80 years, or at 80 years, you're still adding to matter mass as if you died within 12 years, or 18 years, or 25 years, because the common is 0 RAS, no neurological function. Okay, so this graph here talks about during 0 RAS, but it also contains above 0 RAS. So above 0 RAS, you have past, present, future, TAP, living. That's this point. When the force collides, the DH force of dying with 0 RAS with past, present, future, TAP, the result is what this graph is. So we lose the thalamus afuera with new activity when the DH ionic order force of death hits using apparatus 0 RAS. However, because we do not own peripheral, or the one who dies, then the present remains with the peripheral. So that is why the present has a peripheral, but the present does not have the thalamus or a fuera. Newton's first law says an object at rest remains at rest, and an object in motion remains in motion at a constant speed and in a straight line until acted upon by an unbalanced force. Now, let's apply this ability CFBW energy as object applied onto Newton's law, starting with the first one, which begins object at rest remains at rest. The application here is the object at rest is the resting thalamus afuera once the DH ionic force apparatus 0 RAS is fulfilled and brings no new activity, 0 RAS dead, to the thalamus afuera. So that was a full mind mouthful, huh? So what does it mean, basically? The easiest way to think about it in this application where we're using CFBW as energy into an object is actually Einstein's general relativity to really get the point across. However, and we'll get there. So the acceleration of the object, and the object is a ppf tap, to the present peripheral and also the present TA 0 RAS depends on the force. And the force is the DH ionic order, force of death, apparatus 0 RAS. So it depends on that DH force amount. So the amount is worse. That would change the amount because you may have like a few thousand a day. And then you get 100,000 a day. You get millions a day. Worse. Or pandemics. You know, so like blank amount die every year over this amount. And it's thousands. Million just died one day. Whenever you're changing this BW energy, CFBW energy into a object that has matter, it creates a mass because matter is mass. And that's where Einstein's relativity comes in. So I think that one's a little bit on the nose, to be honest. A lot of people will say that as well, which isn't a problem. It's actually kind of refreshing. So on this, how Einstein's general relativity applies is, as you know, gravity, mass. The more mass you have, the more gravity you have, in which case you get the routine of time. More mass, more gravity, more time. So, I mean, that's the most general, basic explanation for general relativity. How it applies to the peripheral plume, when plume BW energy is a wave or a force and it's an energy, but now we're CF BW that energy into a mass. So now that mass, yes, is obtainable. It's just awesome. It's awesome. We're going to go further into it, more details and everything like that. I just wanted to go through again, applying this new ability that we have to CF BW energy into matter mass object and how it affects the big nature laws. So the next we're going to be going into Newton's third.
Next lesson, charged particles and photons. Soul brightening.